There's this one specific motivation for a villain that has been done multiple times at this point. What I'm referring to here is a character who starts off as a fanboy of the hero, but then feels burned, slighted by their idol, their hero, and so they become a supervillain. You first saw this with the Riddler in Batman Forever, but then we saw it in several other movies as well. Aldrich Killian in Iron Man 3, Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, along with Syndrome in The Incredibles. When you have this one very specific villain origin that's repeated in 4 different movies, I would say it really stands out because it's all the same thing. Like, the hero meets this person who's a fanboy. The fanboy feels they're not treated right, and then they come back to be the hero's arch nemesis, big villain. There's at least one difference when you look at these 4 movies. In the case of Iron Man 3 and The Incredibles, both Aldrich Killian and Syndrome basically re-emerge years later after feeling slighted as this big villain. Whereas in the case of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Max Dillon is turned into Electro, and then he very quickly goes from fanboy to villain. And then you look at the Riddler in Batman Forever, there's not a huge time jump there between Jim Carrey playing Edward Nygma the fanboy and then the Riddler as the villain. There's not a huge amount of time that passes, but still, you look at all 4 of these movies and it's the same villain origin and villain motivation, quite a specific one. So I think this is pretty interesting, honestly.